Assalamualaikum and hi. Today, I, ALIF MUSTAFA bin JUMAIN, and my partner, MITENEAL MURSEDI, will give out a symposium, a simple video about PAL symposium. So, for today's video, we will give a little bit of introduction about us, and we will give our main objectives. And then, we will directly go to the main topics. We will point out the general problems faced by the PAL followers, and then we will give out solutions for the set problems. And then we will continue to the conclusion. So, a little introduction. There is me, ALIF MUSTAFA bin JUMAIN, with a smiling face below the picture of RYANDELL MITENEAL.
And on the top of the ALIF pictures is me, RYANDELL MITENEAL MURSEDI. So, we proceed to the next slide. So, for our main objective, we want to state out the main problem that being faced by our PAL followers. And then for the second, we want to point out the general problems faced by the PAL followers. And then for the last one, that is, we want to suggest ways to overcome the said problems. So, we proceed.
So, the general problem for our PAL followers is they have a difficulty in grasping the very basic concepts of biology. So, this can be related to two main problems. If they cannot understand the basic concept, they will not be able to understand the further subtopics, because the further subtopics are actually intercorrelated with the very basic concept of the topic itself. And then for the second main problem is, if they cannot understand the concepts, how are they supposed to memorize the various biological processes and biological cycles that are present in this syllabus for this semester?
So we proceed for our first solution, that is we want to teach in a storytelling way. So for this number one solution, that is, when we are explaining any biological process or any topic to the PAL followers, we can do it in a storytelling ways, because it is more fun and exciting, because we can relate with our daily life. So it is more easier to understand. The learning process will be much more fun.
And then storytelling will induce the PAL followers to be more illustrative. If they can be illustrative, it will be really easy for them to understand the difficult topics that are present in the syllabus. So, for instance, for Krebs cycle, for glycolysis, and for carbon dioxide gaseous transportation, if we can implement it in the real world, if we can just introduce them in a more abstract way, in a more concrete way, I'm sure they will have an easier time to understand those concepts.
So we proceed to the next solution, that is solution 2. That is, Google Meet is a very ideal way for online learning. So as you can see, Google Meet sessions are more interesting way, because it enables a two-way communication between the PAL leaders and the PAL followers. So the PAL followers will not only learn, but they can also interact with the PAL leaders, and they can also ask any question regarding any topics that they do not understand.
And then for every PAL session that are being conducted in Google Meet, due to the Google Meet's ability to record its sessions, it will be really convenient for the PAL followers, because we understand that not all PAL followers have stable connections. So they can just rewatch the sessions for later if they have the time and the ability to do so.
So we proceed to the next, the number 3 solution, that is summarization of topic in one page. As you know, the biological topic is very much so. With making all the topics in one page, we can summarize them all. So it can be more easier for us to read, and it can be learn anytime and every way.
The keyword for this solution is instantaneous. Nowadays, a lot of our PAL followers, they prefer instant information rather than rather than time consuming information that takes time to teach. So if we are able to implement the solution, I'm sure it will be really convenient for them to just look at the summarization of the page, and then they can just understand it and memorize it in a short term way.
Proceed to the number 4 solution, that is implementation of quizzes. So for this one, quizzes, as you know, it is more fun. It is a more fun learning process because it can create a competitiveness among the PAL followers, and it is more fun because we can also learn. In the same time, we can also know our weakness, and we can try to improve them.
And then, for instance, if I answer wrong in quiz will just give me the answers for said questions. So I think this will reveal the actual weaknesses of our PAL followers for certain subtopics, and then this will clear out confusion if they want to revise in the topics, and then they can focus in the topics that they are actually weak in.
So for our last solution, that is make the students teach. So as you know, not only the PAL leaders will teach their PAL followers, but instead the PAL followers will also teach among them. So it can be, the learning process will be more much fun and more interesting because each of them will also not only learning but also will teach others, and this can make them understand more better any biological topics.
There is a famous quote by Benjamin Franklin: "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I'll remember, involve me and I learn." So, if we can implement this on our PAL followers, if we can encourage them to be involved in the teaching process, I'm sure they can find new alternatives, creative alternatives to understand and to memorize various biological processes and various biological concepts.
So I think that's all from me. That thank you for lending your ears to hear our symposium, and hope to see you again next time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.